Welcome to another episode of The Latest with Maya. Today, I am very excited to have a conversation with real estate agent and content creator Eric Goldie. Thank you so much for being on my show. I'm so excited to be talking with you.
Oh my God, thank you for inviting me on your show. This is like truly, I'm so excited to talk to you.
Thank you. So let's get started. So, what is your process for creating content, and is it very time consuming?
You know what's funny? It used to be so time consuming. It still is time consuming, but I think that people on social media, there's so much heaviness in the world and there's so much like negativity now. People want to go on social media to escape. And if I can make one single person laugh on social media, even if I'm making a complete fool out of myself, I'm happy to do it. So my old content used to be like so curated and perfect and almost like aspirational. And I'm still able to, I think, provide that sort of aspirational element. Um, but just being more myself and showing my own personality. Whereas before it was kind of like, look where I am, look what I'm doing. And that was like so much harder because it felt so forced. And now, like, I just I'm not forcing it. It's like whatever I will get on social media. I will get mainly TikTok, also Instagram sometimes. I will get on there in like a bathrobe and glasses, and I'm like, I don't really care. And just like if I'm doing something funny or thinking something funny, I'll just share it. So it's more time consuming because I'm sharing a lot more. Um, but it's less pressure, I feel like, which I'm so happy about.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah.
It's true. Like I feel like the old stuff I was posting, like I look back at it, I'm like, "Ugh," like what was I doing? What was I wearing also? But but yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I love that. Um, So, what do you find to be the biggest challenge to continuously and consistently creating content? And do you ever feel pressure to create?
I don't necessarily feel pressure to create content. It kind of just like comes
So,
naturally because I'm sort
sorry,
of
I'm trying to get away
I
from.
know get out of the way of the sun. Um,
Yeah.
I kind of just create content as I go now. Obviously there are brand, campaigns that I work on. And those are definitely more structured and curated. And, I have a lot of communication with the brands and what they want. But in terms of like my everyday stuff, I'll just film sort of like as I'm going. And I always remind people if you're following a content creator, they're probably sharing not even like 1% of their actual day. So I think the hardest thing is um sometimes there's like judgment and people who love to like ridicule people on the internet. And luckily I've built like a very positive community on social media, but you always get that one or two trolls who love to just be nasty. Luckily I've been doing it for so long that there's very little that you could say to me online that would really like get me going. If someone talks about my family, if someone talks about Jeremy, then I'm like, I'm gonna find where you live. But if someone says something about me, I'm like, I really don't care. My newest trick is I actually shared this on TikTok last week. I've been pinning the comments from the trolls, and within like an hour, they usually delete the comment because they're scared. Um, they think it's just gonna like get buried, and I'm like, no, I see it, and I'm gonna pin it right to the top, and I'm gonna let you stand by your word. And if you really feel that way, let everyone else chime in. Um, I've just become more confident over the years of doing it, and I think that comes with time. Like I feel for these people who just like blew up overnight on social media and like get hate and don't know how to deal with it. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah, yeah, usually I feel like I've kind of learned to like comments, they will sometimes like bug me for maybe like a little bit and then
Yeah.
I'll just forget about them. But
Do you
usually,
read your comments? Like, do you read every comment or do you like to avoid it?
Usually, like, I get notifications about comments, so I see them, but then I just
No.
delete them. So,
Turn those off. Oh my God, you get notifications?
yeah, I mean, luckily, I don't usually get like mean comments. There have just been like, it's like I don't even know how long, it's not like consistent. It's
Yeah.
maybe every few months there's like one. And then,
I'm telling you, pin the comment and you'll see
okay.
they'll run away so fast they will never comment again. Pin the comment. That's my
Okay.
new account. I'm like, I am putting you right at the top if that's how you feel. And if that's how confident you are saying it, let everyone else see it.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. That's a good idea. I'm gonna remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Yeah, usually it's like I've learned to kind of like let them go. Usually it's if
Yeah.
somebody says something about like the person I'm talking with, that's when
Got it.
I get really upset.
Got it. Well, also because this is like your job and you don't want the people that you're speaking to getting, hate on your account. I mean, also it's just so weird. Like people really have a lot of time in their hands. That's what I'm realizing.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So I know when I am filming something for TikTok or any of my social media, there are days when it takes me several takes to get it right. Do you have a funny story about one of your outtakes that would make it on your blooper reel?
Most videos I film, there could be like a full separate video of just bloopers. Like, I think people think that I just like film. A lot of it is filmed just like in the moment and whatever. I film a lot with my husband Jeremy. Whatever he says, I'm like, okay, we're putting that in there, but like it's not rehearsed. So there's not like a lot of it. Like there are a lot of things that I cut out, and I'm like, okay, I don't want that on social media. I don't want to say that on social media. I've become like I like being funny, but I also like being filtered. So I rewatch a video like 5 times before I post it. And then if I think for a second that I'm like, okay, that could offend someone, I remove it. Or if I'm just like, I don't know how people are going to read that on the internet, I'll remove it. So it's not necessarily bloopers because my whole life seems like one giant blooper. My whole day is a blooper reel. But it's definitely things that I like cut out because I'm just like, I don't, if I have to like rethink or like second guess myself on anything, it's not going out. Like, and I do have, luckily, I have great management and I'll set, like, if I'm ever feeling even like 50-50, I'll send it to her. And then I would say it's a 9 out of 10 chance I'll post it. And then I'm like, no, like, let's archive it. I don't need that up there. I'm very careful about um, what I say now on the internet because I know that you never want to make someone feel bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't
Definitely.
really answer the question, I realize. The answer to the blooper is my whole life is a blooper.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I'm a walking blooper.
I love that. Um, so what is something people are always surprised to learn about you?
I think the fact that I'm a real estate agent, because I don't really share it that much. That's why I'm happy that you introduced me as a real estate agent and content creator. I keep that part of my life sort of separate. I don't talk about real estate on social media as much as I should, because I just don't think that it is interesting. But for me, it's just like, okay, it's business. Like, who's going on social media to talk about their job? A lot of people are because they're using it to market themselves. But I just have it in my bio, and I'm like, well, if someone wants to buy an apartment, they'll reach out. I never want to seem like I'm like that pushy agent, and I've kind of like developed this persona online that's totally different than my persona in real estate. Um, and part of me likes keeping that separate. And I also get to use like two very different sides of my brain for each job. One is a lot more creative. The other one is a lot more like analytical and super savvy. And like you have to be able to maneuver the New York market, manage client expectations. So I don't know. I love doing that. But a lot of people are like, wait, you're an agent? I'm like, it's in my bio.
Yeah.
That would surprise some people. What's something else? I'm from Ohio. Everyone's always surprised that I'm from Ohio. They're like, you're not from LA? Like I get like LA vibes. And I'm like, I don't know if that's an insult or if I should say thank you, but
Yeah.
that's about it. Like, I'm not that interesting.
Well, I think you're interesting.
Thank you. I think you're
Yeah.
interesting. I mean, I think like a lot of the people that I meet from social media, I always feel I'm like they are so much more interesting than me. Like I just feel like I think it's maybe interesting to follow me because I'm pretty like I think what I post is very relatable. And that's what does well. But then I meet some of these other like creators and creatives on social and I'm like, how are we on the same platform? Like you are so much more creative than I am. You are so much better at this than I am. And I think it's because I just like post whatever I'm feeling, um, that people are sort of attracted to. But I'm like, I'm just sharing myself. Hold on, my phone's ringing. Wait, sorry, it's my sister calling. Um,
Okay. I
but
do that too when my sister calls.
yeah, yeah. Sorry, we talk to each other 12 times a day.
Yeah.
Um, I mainly just call to speak to my nieces. I don't ever call to talk. I mean, I do call to talk to her, but I'm like, okay, where are they? Like, put the one on the screen.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, they're just. I'm like addicted to them. I'm like such a good uncle. Um, I never thought I would be like great with children, but that's another thing people probably don't know about me. I'm like very good with kids because I'm basically a giant kid myself.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um, but
and if
yeah.
my sister is watching this interview, I'm just kidding. I don't ignore your calls.
And if my sister is, I just ignored your call. So sorry. Whoops.
Yeah. No, the one that there was once my best friend called me and I was in the middle of a show of watching a show, so my phone rang once and I
Yeah.
hit decline. And then
Yeah.
afterwards I called him back and I
Yeah.
told him I was like, I'm sorry, but you were interrupted. I was in the middle of a show and I was not gonna stop it.
It's nice that you were honest. I would have been like, oh, sorry,
Yeah.
I've been busy. But like, meanwhile, I'm just like in my pajamas watching Netflix.
Yeah.
It's good to lie sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. I think like little white lies to like maybe if like you know something you're gonna say is like will
Yeah.
offend somebody. Like
I am
I like that, but I can't lie.
I'm fully on board with the white lie. I love a little white lie. Like the littlest white lies. I don't like a
Yeah,
lie that's gonna like hurt anyone or anyone's
yeah.
feelings, but I love a white lie. Like when someone texts me and I don't respond for a while, but I've been like sleeping and it's like maybe 9:30 in the morning and they're like, "Did you just wake up?" And I'm like, "No, I've been up since 7. Sorry, I was at the gym." But like I might have just gotten out of bed.
Yeah.
What is wrong with sleeping in? Everyone is so against sleeping in now. I get so much hate for it. Like, I love sleeping in.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Let me
like I'm a
live.
yeah, yeah, I'm a fan of like getting up like early and starting the day, but then like sleeping in every now and then. I do like doing
Yeah.
that.
My problem is I stay awake way too late doing nothing. I have such a hard time falling asleep at the end of the day. Um, Probably because I drink too much coffee, but I just don't sleep that well. And so I just sleep in. I like wake up I mean, I usually set an alarm and typically my wake up time is like 8. But I even get judgment for that. Everyone's like 8 o'clock. And I'm like, what are you doing before 8? Like, no one's emailing me before 8 a.m. Like I go
Yeah.
to the gym in the middle of the day. I don't want to go it early because it's packed. I also hate working out around other people. I get very like shy at the gym for whatever reason. I don't know why. That's another thing no one would know about me. Um, so I like working out in the middle of the day when like no one's there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fun, fun fact.
Oh yeah. That's nice. Yeah, I like yeah, going somewhere when if I go somewhere like when there's not a lot of people.
Crowds. Avoiding crowds in New York is sometimes hard, but I managed to figure it out.
Yeah. That's that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in New York a couple years ago to see I was with my family and we went to see our first Broadway show.
What show?
We saw Gutenberg.
Oh, that's the one where they bring in like a new cast member like every. Who was your special guest that night?
It was Steve Gutenberg.
Oh, that's like so wild.
Yeah.
That's so fun though.
Yeah, it was so much fun. I've
Supposed to be a really good show.
yeah, it was so good and it was so funny and I've interviewed Andrew Rannells a couple
Oh,
times
that's amazing.
and yeah, he's just like one of the best guys ever and so
Yeah.
he
And so
um,
talented. And Josh
yeah,
Gad is amazing. And those two together is just
yeah,
like, I mean, it's a recipe for gold. Like they
yeah.
are just, it wasn't on Broadway long enough. Like I never got to see it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know. I'm really
It-
sad. I'm actually going to a show tonight. We're going to see Cabaret.
oh, cool.
I'm really excited. We're going to see, I think Adam Lambert is in it.
Oh, I love him.
I
That's
know
so
his
cool.
voice. I know. I've been listening to the soundtrack like all morning. And I'm like, I didn't realize how many songs I knew from it.
Oh, yeah.
I know some. Wait, is Gutenberg was a musical, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was. Yeah.
The music good or was it just like funny?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was very funny. So
Did it give like Book of Mormon vibes, like the same sort of style of comedy?
I never saw Book of Mormon, so
Got
I'm
it.
not sure.
Book of Mormon was is it's a dirty one. I saw it a while ago. That is your jaw is on the floor for half the show. You're like, did they really just sing a song about that? It's crazy. But I recommend it. It's just if you get
Okay.
offended easily, you're not gonna. I saw it right when it opened. It was impossible to get tickets, and there was standing room only available. And so I went, what is this? Is there a scratch on my counter? There was standing room only, so I stood in the back of the theater for the entire show.
Oh, wow.
I don't think they do those tickets anymore. It was impossible. You could not get tickets. And I was like a broke college student and I was interning in New York over the summer. And I was like, I'm determined to see this show. It was right after the Tonys. So like everyone was talking about it. And waited in line outside of the theater for standing room only tickets and I got it. It was so good.
Oh, wow.
With Andrew Reynolds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, it was Andrew Rannells and Josh
Gosh,
Gad.
Dad. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know. They're so good. They're
yeah,
so funny together. They're amazing.
yeah, yeah. I love them.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It was so fun after the show. My family and I got to go backstage and see Andrew, and we got to meet Josh Gad, which
Was
was
that before or after you interviewed him? Like, did he already
after.
know you
Yes,
after?
yes.
Got it. When did you interview him? Did you interview him when he was in that show?
No, I interviewed him in it was like 2021 or 22, I
Oh,
think.
wow. Oh, cool.
Um, yeah, and then we stayed in touch, and then I interviewed him like again like the week after we were in New York. I had to
Got it.
talk about the show.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh my
Yeah.
God. You're doing so like this is amazing what you're doing. Like you're getting such amazing guests on here. And then me for some reason. I like went through your YouTube. I'm like, you want to talk to me? Like you get like everyone. It's like incredible.
Oh, thank you.
No, it's a really amazing. Like it's
Thank
very
you.
cool. It's very they gotta bring this on TV. Like
Thank
you gotta get you on an actual television.
you.
It's incredible.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what in your life brings you the most joy?
Um, that's easy. My family, more than anything in the world. Like they are just, I'm very close if you can't tell. I think my sister called me again. Um,
By
very,
declining her call.
yeah, yeah, I love her, but I will decline her. definitely my family more than anything. Jeremy, my husband, obviously that's also family. But I am like a very big family person.
I love that.
Yeah. That's an
Yeah.
easy answer.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, my family and my friends are whenever I spending time with my family and most of my friends are in LA, so whenever we go there, spending
Yeah.
time with them is just so much fun.
I want to go back because I said my family and I meant to say my friends too. But mostly my family. But also some friends. Friends who are like family, like those
Yeah,
friends, not like just like acquaintances, like the friends who are like family
yeah,
are um very important to me.
yeah,
I have a few
definitely.
friends. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. Um, so who has had the biggest impact on the person you have become?
Um, I think again, like I think my parents have like really like shaped who I am. From like the standpoint of like remembering like you know, not to say I'm like doing so well now, but like just always remember like where you came from and no matter like what you do in life, um, stay true to your values. And I think that that's something that they've like really instilled in me, you know, since I was a kid. Like even when I would be like, oh my God, that person is so rich. And like my mom would be like, what does rich mean? And I would always be like, rich is in your heart. But like it's true. Like my mom and dad have really instilled really great values. Also, Jeremy, I would say, has pushed me harder than anyone else has pushed me to like really succeed and like be savvy in business and take risks in my life. I do things with him that I would never do with anyone else. Like we've started investing in real estate together. And like I would have never done that because he's like, you got to risk it. Like you have to take like a little risk and the reward is going to be incredible. And that has shaped me to be like a much better business person. So I would say like those three people have
Oh,
really been impactful in my life.
oh, I love that.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. So what has been the biggest obstacle you've overcome?
Hmm. Obstacle in life or in business?
Uh, I mean, whichever comes to mind first.
Well, I think there's a lot of um, I think the biggest like challenge in my life and like the biggest thing that like impacted my life was when I lost two grandparents within a day of each other. They were married. And that was something that like really it was terrible, but like it was also kind of beautiful. Because like my grandpa didn't want to live without my grandma and he just sort of went to bed and never woke up like the day after she died. Um, and it was like the most traumatic thing I think I've dealt with. And everyone says like, oh, losing a grandparent, like that's supposed to happen. Your grandparents, like they pass away. They were young, and like losing two at once was crazy. But what came out of that was, which is weird, but Jeremy met my entire family at the funeral. Um, so it's kind of like, and I don't know that he would have like been thrown into the lion's den had that not happened. I regret every day that he never got to meet them, because I wasn't out of the closet yet. Um, and he flew in for the funeral, didn't know anyone. And I don't think that, given if it was one grandparent, I don't know that he would have come in. We just started dating, but two, he was like, okay, I'm coming in for this. Like, this is really bad. Um, he met my whole family. They fell in love with him. I don't know who is like a hit at a funeral, but Jeremy was. It was just like insane. Um, and so like it was kind of wild how
Way the attention.
yeah, I'm like, you can't take away from what's going on here, buddy. Like it's like stealing the show. And I'm like, there are two people right now who need our attention.
Yeah.
Um, but like it's wild that like something so tragic could have turned into something um amazing. And I think that introducing your significant other to your whole family at a funeral is a great opportunity because no one, I didn't even have to come out. Like no one, I didn't come out at the funeral, which would have been amazing, but um I just like introduced Jeremy as a friend and then everyone was like so, I mean, I think my mom was probably on like some sort of sedative that day. Um like I could have introduced her to a horse and she would have been like, so nice to meet you. She was not paying attention to who I was introducing her to. So it was kind of amazing. Like he met my whole family. They're like, wow, your friend is so nice. And I'm like, yeah, how would you feel if I married him? And then I just kept bringing him around and they fell in love with him. They're like, that is such a good friend. And I'm like, such a good friend. Such a good friend. Could you imagine if we were more than friends? Wouldn't that be crazy? Um, but yeah, that was a big struggle for me. To not get over that because I don't think you ever like get over something like that. But I think like coming to terms with like losing two people who are so important to you, like in 1 second, was a struggle.
Yeah.
It's really lame saying that though, but it was really bad.
Yeah, that makes yeah, so much sense. I'm so sorry about
It was
that.
it was like 9 years ago. So I've definitely like found like things here and there that like remind me of them. I started speaking to a medium and he was like, oh my God, it was crazy. He was telling me everything that was like so accurate about my grandma. And I was like, this is wild. Like, is she watching me right now? And he was like, well, she's always with you,
Yeah.
which was beautiful. But yeah, so that was a little struggle.
Yeah. Yeah. That whole like the spirit world that just like I don't know, there's something about it that just kind of freaks me out. So
I agree. And I was terrified I would not take the call for my apartment because I didn't want to know if there were spirits in my home. So I took
yeah,
it from a coffee shop. I was like, I'm not doing it here. And it
yeah,
was actually so beautiful. Like the way that he like spoke about my grandparents. It wasn't like there's a ghost over your left shoulder. It was like he would pull things that were no one would know. Like nobody would know. And it was kind of that like a reassurance, like knowing like, okay, they are with me. Um, they are proud of me. They do like Jeremy. Um, and there were like referenced things, and I'm like, how would he know that? Like, there's no way. Like, and I know it's hard when you're like, you post everything on social media. I'm like, well, you could just like look at my Instagram and see where I live or what I do or who I was with last week. But like, there were things no one knew at all. And it was the craziest thing I've experienced. That was nuts. And I would
yeah.
do it again. But I get it. My mom was terrified to do it.
Yeah. I just also like I'd never want to find out like something bad.
So that's the thing with this
That
guy. He won't tell you anything bad.
okay. I like that. Then
He'll
I'd
give
be
you
like on board.
he'll give you business advice. Like that's where he started doing this. He started giving like big companies, he would like give business advice to their leaders and he would get like this crazy information from I don't know, the great beyond. And it was wild. Like he's really good at what he does and the way that he delivers it was really soft so you don't feel like "Ooh, I don't want to know that." It was interesting.
Oh, that's so cool. I
Yeah,
love
definitely not pushing mediums on anyone that doesn't want to do
that.
a reading, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I
So,
mean, now that I know he'd never say anything bad, I like that.
no,
So,
he won't say anything bad, never.
okay.
And I told him, I was like, I don't want to know. Like, just keep it
Yeah.
in, keep it in. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah. Um, so if you had a reality TV show about your life, what would your theme song be?
Uh, it would be, what's that Pussycat Doll song? Give me the bright lights, long night. The same one that they used in the city. Party till the sun is rising high. You got to listen to it. And by
Okay.
the way, when you edit, cut it into this because it'll be a
Okay.
real good content. No I'm kidding.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if I know how to do that, but I
Yeah,
can figure it
I
out.
wouldn't know how to do it either. Give
Yeah.
me the bright lights, long nights, party till the sun is rising. Um, I feel on top of the world. I'm being on top. Whatever that song is.
Oh, I love that.
What would yours be? What would your song be?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, see, I flipped the script on you now.
Yeah. I feel like it would be something totally ridiculous
I
because
like that.
my family and I like we're just the kinds of conversations we have are just
Oh, I wasn't thinking about a family show. I was thinking of like a show about, oh, do you want it to be like a family show?
well, no, it doesn't have to be. It's just I just spend so much time with my family, so I feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah, got it. Understood. Understood. So maybe my choice of the Pussycat Dolls wouldn't be the most appropriate song for the family reality.
I mean, it would
Understood.
be entertaining, so
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I believe it. I would watch it.
yeah. Me
I love
too.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. So is there someone who without fail always makes you laugh?
Yes. Yeah. More than one person. I mean, Jeremy makes me laugh a lot. Like he's actually very funny. No one would believe it based off of our social media. He's like really funny, but in an unfunny way, which makes it so much more funny. And then my niece, Ellie, who's 3 years old, I without a doubt am on my hands and knees howling at her. She is the funniest, but you know what I think it is? I think I like unintentional humor. I like people who don't realize how funny they are, and that's why it's funny. Like I think she is the funniest. Like she is destined to be a comedian. She loves knowing when someone's laughing. Um, she's hysterical and she's 3. And I'm like, you have so much potential. Let me just pitch you to a few different networks and we could get your story out there. Um, no, she makes me like my stomach hurts when I'm around her. I'm laughing so hard.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. But like doesn't realize it. Kids really do say the darndest things.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's great.
yeah.
I have a low bar for comedy.
I love that. Yeah. My mom and my sister just make me laugh all the time. And then my best friend too. He and I also have a lot of conversations that we're like, okay, it's a good thing nobody is listening in on.
Yes, is there anyone in this room listening? Can you
Yeah.
hear? Like I need to make sure I have friends like that. Like I post like the sweet little Instagram photo, but like the conversation that was going on at dinner was like horrendous. Like if someone overheard this conversation, like people will be like, "Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God." Yeah. No, I'm
Yeah.
not. Yeah. But like if you can't be like that with your friends, who can you,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly. Yeah. Do you have any irrational fears?
Yes. Oh my God. Everything. I'm like afraid of my own shadow. Not irrational fears, but I was in therapy when I was a kid because when I used to see dust going through like a light, like when you like the light shines in, you could see dust. It made me panic, like panic. And yeah, so that was an irrational fear. Um, I always like assume like the worst when it comes to work. Like if someone doesn't email me back and I'm like, they hate me, they never want to work with me again. Like I'm getting fired. Like I always assume the worst in business. And then when I like get what I actually wanted, I'm like, well, thank God I didn't panic. Um, but I'm always panicking. Jeremy says that I'm the least patient person, but I think I'm just the most anxious person. Like I'm anxious about everything. Um, so everything in life basically is the answer to that.
Yeah, I get that. I have a lot of anxiety.
There are meds for that.
So
And
yeah,
I've dabbled. I don't take any anymore, but there are definitely ways to fix, or not fix, but uh,
help
cure some of the
manage.
help manage the anxiety. Exactly.
Yeah,
Deep
yeah,
breathing exercises. Yeah,
yeah,
all of that.
yeah. Yeah. So, what lessons from your childhood have most impacted your worldview?
Um, well, I think just like the golden rule, like treat others the way you want to be treated. Like I've always been taught that. And I just think that right now there is like so much negativity and animosity in the world and like people not even being able to like have a conversation with someone who has a potentially a different perspective than they do. And we need to get back to that place where we can we can have acquaintances, maybe not friends, but acquaintances with differing opinions. Um, and I think that accepting people the way that they are and for their differences is really important. And that's something that I've learned from a very young age. Um, to, accept people's quirks, accept the weird ones, like I'm weird for other reasons. Like I just think that that's something that I've learned from a really young age is to not be so judgmental of people. Um, I mean, I will make jokes about certain things. Like I had a whole series called Things My Husband Owns That Make Me Think He's Straight. And then I had all of the straight guys coming after me. And I'm like, I will make fun of you because most of you were the ones who bullied me in high school. So generalizations about a whole group of like not like suppressed groups of people, I will kind of poke at. But um, I think being able to accept other people's differences and quirks and weirdness is like something that is important. And I don't know, my parents did a really good job of teaching me that, not to judge people. And yeah, there was definitely like a phase where I was like more judgy. And then I really do think like social media helped me with that too. Like learning so much about other people, and you might not know everything about someone just based off of like what they're showing on the outside, because I've had people judge me on the internet for things that, you know, they assume, which is not fun. So I think it's helped me see other people in different ways too.
Yeah, I love that. So I am pop culture obsessed and I go in stages, if you can't tell. Um,
Slightly, a little bit, but I
yeah,
like it. It's
yeah.
great. Wish I
Okay,
had room for
thank
that in my apartment. I would have a whole shrine.
yeah, just a little bit
Yeah,
obsessed.
great.
Um, yeah, and I go in stages of shows that I cannot stop watching. Is
Yeah.
there a show that you are currently obsessed with?
Do you know what I'm going to say? Because everyone's talking about this show. White Lotus.
Yeah.
I can't stop. I am like, I'm hooked on it. I need the next two episodes immediately. Although I don't know when this is going to air, but the next episode is probably going to be out. But are you watching this season?
Yeah, I am.
I'm getting down rabbit holes of theories and I'm like, what is happening here? Because Mike White, like he saves it all for like the end. Like the end is always, and no one ever dies in the way you think. Like Jennifer Coolidge, like I didn't expect her to die. I definitely didn't expect her to die the way that she did. Like I thought maybe she would be shot, but I didn't think she was gonna shoot everyone and then fall off the boat and die. Like that was crazy. I think that we're gonna get like a really weird death. Like the after episode one, I saw this theory on TikTok that the monkeys are the ones that kill everyone. The monkeys get a gun somehow and they're the killers and they just like go around shooting people and they don't even know what they're doing. But then I was like, no, that's a little too weird. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I never know where his head is at, but that's why I love that show so much. And I love the dialogue in that show. And I always love the underlying message in that show. And like they had one, like, I can't remember if it was the last season or the season before. I think it was the first season was like the class system and like the people who came to the hotel who were these like super wealthy um individuals who just had no regard for the employees there. And I'm like, this is like, and it was even funnier, like people didn't recognize that that was really like the underlying message in this show. This season, I think with like spirituality has been very interesting. I love Parker Posey. I think she is like, thank God we got her because we lost Jennifer Coolidge. Like we need that character for
Yeah.
like the quotable,
Yeah.
memeable moments. Because oh
Yeah.
my God,
Oh,
she's so good.
she cracks me up.
She's so funny. You wanna? What does she say? Buddhism?
Yeah.
But you're not a Buddhist.
Yeah.
You want to live in Taiwan? I love that she doesn't even know where she is.
Yeah.
She's in Taiwan. I
Yeah.
mean, it's so good. The writing's incredible. I
It is.
love her. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm very into I'm very into this season.
Yeah.
I would love for something to happen. Like I thought something was going to happen last season, the last episode when
Yeah.
the gun went missing, but
Yeah.
it was just a dream. What
Yeah.
are you watching? You're watching White Lotus.
Oh, yes, I am. Um I just finished watching two limited series. I watched Adolescence and
Oh, that's on Netflix, right?
yeah, it
Someone
is.
said it's incredible.
Yeah, it's so good. It's yeah, incredible and also very heavy and intense.
Got it. Like, am I gonna cry intense?
Um I honestly don't know. I think it's more like on the kind of edge of your seat, like not
Got
really
it.
knowing.
Oh, I
Uh,
love that. I love that. And you know what? I'm
yeah,
sick and I like doing that right before I go to bed. Maybe that's why I don't sleep well.
yeah, yeah,
I'll have to watch that. It's like top four on Netflix right now or something, right?
yeah, yeah. I know it was number one for a while,
I
and
gotta watch that. I'm writing it down.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Adolescence.
And oh, since we were talking about Parker Posey, there's
Yeah.
she's in a new movie on Max called
Oh,
The Parenting.
okay.
That I watched when like right when it came out because I was so excited for it. I actually didn't know that she was in it, and it's so funny.
The
It's
parent.
a horror comedy, but it's really not scary. It's just
Got it.
hilarious.
I'll
So
have to remember that. The parenting. I'll remember adolescence because that's like literally all I'm seeing on Netflix right now. But the
yeah,
parenting, the parenting, the parenting. Now
yeah,
I'll remember it. I have to say it 20 times and then I'll remember.
yeah.
Or
Yeah,
write it on.
yeah. Yeah. Uh,
Awesome.
oh, and if you're looking for like a longer show
Yeah.
to binge watch, I have several that I just always rotate between, but on Netflix, there's a few, but there's White Collar. Um,
I see the sign.
yeah, yes.
That was on USA, right?
Yeah, it
I
was.
used to work at USA. Well, I was an NBC page and I worked for 6 months in the PR department at USA. And that was one of the shows that was on.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. I got to meet those two guys. Those are the main guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were at the upfronts. They were really nice.
That's so cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
I interviewed Matt Bomer a few years ago, and he's the nicest guy ever. And I
And beautiful.
yeah.
Beautiful. I don't think I can
Yeah,
look him in the eye.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
gorgeous. Someone the other day on TikTok said I looked like him, and I was like, I'm printing this and framing it. And I don't see it, but I am him. I'm like, I would die for that. Are you kidding me?
yeah.
He's sorry. What were you saying?
Oh no, it's fine. I was just saying I've always also tried to get Tim DeKay, just everybody from the cast. I
Yeah,
want
you know what's funny? I don't think I've ever actually watched the show, but maybe I'll have to start now.
yes. You have to. I want to talk to you about it.
We could debrief on the whole thing.
Yes. It has like the series finale is one of my favorite finales of any show.
Okay. Well, I gotta make it to the end.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
So you'll have to let me know if you started. I'm so
Yeah.
jealous though that you got to meet both of them.
It was very, very long ago, and I can with 100% certainty say they would not even remember me if I physically bumped into them. Cool. It was
Yeah,
very cool.
yeah, that's so cool.
was a cool job.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, did you ever like also sorry, this is off topic, but now I was gonna ask if you ever did like any stuff for like Royal Pains and Psych, because those are
No,
two of my other favorite shows.
I did not work on those shows, but that was on USA, right?
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah, no, I didn't. Not Psych. I remember watching a screener, but that was it, and not Royal Pains.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Um,
Yeah.
I did a lot of the PR for like they were launching the show Chris Lee Knows Best when I was there. I had to work on the upfront, so I actually got to meet Meghan Markle, which was wild. Um, and like the whole cast of Suits, White Collar. Psych must have been there because they were on. I don't know. The upfronts, I was basically just like a glorified babysitter, and I had to make sure like all the cast was like where they needed to be and in their dressing rooms and have her. I'm like, oh my gosh, you want me to babysit someone else? I need a babysitter.
Well,
Not great.
that's so cool.
Yeah, it was very cool. It was a really cool job.
Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, Royal Pains, White Collar, Psych are all three of my comfort shows that I just will watch on a loop.
I love it.
So, yeah. Yeah, so if you had a warning label, what would yours say?
It would definitely be a black box warning. Is that the right phrase? Black box? Is that where it's like very dangerous? Is that a black box warning? Let me Google that. What's a black box warning? Hold on. Black box warning or box warning is the strongest warning for the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. See, I was right. We have black box warning, and it would say proceed with caution.
I
Um, no, I don't know what mine would say. That's a great question. No one's ever asked me that, obviously. That was a crazy good question.
thank
Um,
you.
um, mm, uh, hmm, might cause stress. That would be what my husband would say. What would yours be?
Oh, I have two that I just kind one my mom helped me figure out because um I wasn't sure. She came up with prone to anxiety, don't overload.
That could be mine too. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So I think that one, and then we'll obsessively talk about pop culture. Like, and I will obsessively talk about like white collar, and just
But that means you're like passionate, which is great. Like you have like a passion for something, which is really
thank you.
important. No, it's true. Like if you can't talk about anything in depth for long periods of time, like that just tells me like you don't really feel passionate about anything,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I'm sort of the same way with, I don't know, what am I like that with? I mean, pop culture is definitely like I love pop culture. And I don't know, like I feel like anything that I'm like involved in the moment, I could like talk someone's ear off about.
yeah,
Skincare, love skincare. I could talk your ear off about skincare.
yeah. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Yeah, yeah, I will just go I could just like talk for hours about um something that I am passionate about and I love. So, and I write a lot of song lyrics, and I wrote a song about white collar.
I
um,
love it.
so thank you. I have a friend I work with who's um a musician and producer, and so we actually um released the song. So
Stop. Oh, this is like real. I love that. Oh my God.
thank
Sorry,
you.
my phone's like blowing up and I don't know what it's about.
Oh,
Um, oh, it's
yeah.
my doctor. Um, I
Ignore.
have doctors on call for my skin. No, no good doctors. They're all just like dermatologists. Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, I love that. Yeah. Yeah, cool. I actually, when I posted about the song, when I released it, a lot of the cast saw the post,
Oh,
um,
wow.
which was really, really cool.
That is awesome.
So,
See? Keep writing songs. You're gonna get noticed.
yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, that's cool.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, so I love inspiring and motivational quotes. And this week, my favorite quotation is it doesn't matter who perceives you as what, as long as it's you who defines your worth. Um, is
That
there
was deep.
a quotation that has inspired you lately?
Not lately, but hold on. There was one. I don't remember who said it. Was it Eleanor Roosevelt? That's what it is. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Eleanor Roosevelt. I knew it was her. Um, I just always liked that quote. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Like, I think that's so true. Like, if you hold on to your aspirations and your goals, like, and believe in your potential, that's who's gonna, you know, be able to create the future, for themselves or for others. So that's a little quote.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I love that. Um, yeah, well, that was my final question for you.
Amazing.
I have had the best time talking with you, so I can't thank you
Thank
enough
you.
for
Oh my
joining me.
God, thank you. And you too. This was so great. I'm not kidding. I was like honored when you reached out to me. I'm like, who would interview all of these like huge celebrities and then you want to talk to me? Like, that's so cool. And I really appreciate it. And I'm so excited to re-listen to everything because I feel like I black out when I talk to people.
Yeah, I'm so excited for everybody to see, yeah, our conversation. And yeah, thank you so much again for joining me. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. You too. This was great. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate you joining me. So thank you. Yeah.
Amazing.
And that's a wrap on today's edition of the latest with Maya.